Hello, good morning friends. Welcome back to your favorite channel Code Digest. Today in this tutorial I'll show you how to write a microservices to upload and download file through APIs. Yes friend, in this tutorial I'll show you how to write APIs to download and upload files. There are many scenarios, many situations in our real world where we want to create APIs to upload and download files. It can be image file, it can be text file, or it can be JSON file or any other files, right? So we have to create APIs which can accept the files where we upload the files and also to download the files. So in this tutorial, I'll teach you step by step how can you write APIs into Node.js to upload and download files. So stay tuned, it is going to be very exciting and informative tutorial. If you want to learn Node.js, if you want to learn microservices, and if you want to learn how to upload and download files through APIs, then this is a tutorial for you. I'll teach you step by step, line by line, by writing code. Okay?
What you need to understand, Susan, is that everyone has an agenda, okay?
So friends, here is the agenda of this tutorial today. I'll explain you what are we trying to achieve in this tutorial. We are going to write a microservices in Node.js to upload and download files. I'll explain you what is Multer Node.js module, why do we need it. Then we'll install all the required modules to start our project. Then I'll show you the coding implementation of all these modules, of all these components that is required to create these microservices. Then at the end, we'll be running our microservices and testing it by uploading and downloading the files through APIs. Right, friends? So it is going to be very exciting. So stay tuned and watch this tutorial till end. Friends, before we proceed in this video, I request you to subscribe this channel to grow Code Digest family. Friends, I am creating a lot of quality videos on programming, coding concepts, design pattern and design principles, cloud and container technologies, but I'm not getting subscribers. I request you to like, share and subscribe this channel so that I can grow our Code Digest family. Thank you. Okay, friends, so let's understand Multar module quickly so that we know why we are using the Multar module in our project. So Multar is a Node.js middleware for handling the multi-part form data, which is primarily used for uploading files. So when you want to upload files, then you should be using Multar middleware. And it is based on top of busboy. Busboy is a streaming module and Multar is to support the multi-part form data. Multer will not work unless until our content type is set to be a multipart or form data. Unless until you set your type to multipart, it will not work.
Really?
Okay friends, so let me directly take you to the coding. This is my Visual Studio Code where this is a project. I have defined all the files and modules in this package. If you see, this is the project I have and all the files I have. So let us start with the package.json to understand what all dependencies we have first. So if you see, the main dependencies that we have here is the express, multer, and that's it. So this is the main two dependencies we have. Express is required to achieve the web application capabilities, microservices for microservices, and multer is to have the upload, file upload capabilities, right? Multi-part form data. Okay, friends, with me? Now, the very first thing that I'll show you is our config file. So in this config file, file config, I am defining the location of files where the file will get uploaded. So this is the name of my folder, uploads. So when I'm uploading a file, the file will go into the upload directory. And this uploads directory is inside my project itself at the root. You see this upload folder? This is where all my file will get uploaded. Okay, now let me show you the main important file here is file upload. So this is the module, this is the file which is doing the job for us. This is creating the storage and this is saving the file to that storage. So the very first line here is we are importing the file config so that we know the location of our directory where we want to upload file, where we want to store our files. Then we are using util and multer. We are importing the util and multer modules. Here I'm defining the maximum size of a file upload that we are supporting. Now I'm defining a storage object where I'm saying multer.disk storage, and here the destination is file config.file location. So this will tell it is an upload folder. It will be using that folder as a storage for all the uploads. Now the second object is upload file. What I'm doing in this upload file is, in this upload file, I'm using the storage defined above, and I'm setting a limit that what is the maximum file size that I'm going to support here. So this maximum size is coming from above what I have defined as a constant. So it will limit the file size for every upload. And then dot single I'm saying and then file. So this file is the name of the input parameter. So whatever name you give here in the single function, you have to use the same name in your input parameter. I'll show you where in terms of Postman. And finally, I am exporting the upload file using the Promisify. So this object will be available to me to call and upload the file, right? So next module that we will see now is the file controller. Okay, friends. So now let's see the file controller, what all things we have in the file controller. The very first module that I'm importing is the file upload, right? To have those storage capacity. Then I'm loading the file config. I'm also using the fs module to perform file operations. And I'm defining a upload function here. In this upload function, I'm calling this upload file of file upload module. If the file exists, then I'll be sending the 200 response with the successful message. If there is any error, then I'll return response with a 400 error with this message. If there is any other error, then it will be caught in this catch block where I'll be sending a 500 error response to the user and with this message. Then I'm also defining the another function to list down all the files available in this directory. That is our uploads directory. So the name of this method is get list files. So what I'm doing here is I'm creating the path, the absolute path to the directory first. This base directory is coming from our main server JavaScript file that I'll show you in few minutes when we discuss our main JavaScript file. This variable is giving me the root of my project. Okay, and then I'm adding the file config.file location. This is the name of my uploads directory. So this is a complete path of my storage, right? So now directory path is created. I'm logging it. And then finally, I'm using a fs.readDirectory function to scan this directory and have a list of all the files. So these files will have all the files available in this directory. And finally, here I'm using the for each loop to iterate every file, right? One by one and adding that file to a array that is file info. So I'll be adding every file to this file info array by its name and the complete path. So if you see again, I am forming a complete path here, base directory and the file. So this is the name of complete path. And finally, I'm returning a response. I'm returning a 200 response with the file info, that is array of all the files available in the upload directory. Right, friends? So this method is nothing but to return a array of all the files available in this directory. Okay, in uploads directory. Now third function that I'm defining is download. So in this method, we will be downloading a file by name. If a file exists with that name, it will get downloaded. So here I'm coming up with the request and response parameter. And from request, I'm retrieving the name of the file that I want to download. And again, forming the directory path. And this is the response.download is a function available out of the box in a response object. It will take the complete path of that file. If there is any error, then we'll show the 500 error. Otherwise, it will download the file through this response.download method. Right, friends? Clear? Okay, friends. So now let's see our file route.js file where I'll be defining all the routes for our microservices. So the very first line I'm defining here is the express to get the router out of the express module. Okay, I'll use the express module to get the router and taking that router as an object in constant router. And then I'm importing my file controller module to have a file controller to call the file controller methods. Now I'm defining three endpoints, that is post, upload file, get files to get the list of all the files available in that folder, and to download individual file by the file name. So these three endpoints I'm defining. So here slash upload means I'll be calling file controller dot upload. Okay. Get slash files means I'll be calling the get list files method of controller. And get files by name is I'm calling controller dot download. So these three functions I'm calling from a controller to perform the job. And finally, I'm exporting a router. Okay. Right, friends? Very simple endpoints. Okay, now we'll understand the file server. This is our main JavaScript application file where the application is running and stitching all the modules into an application. So here we have Express module imported. Then I have body parser imported and I'm using the file routes here, getting an app object from Express and setting the body parser into it. Then this is where I'm defining a base directory, and base directory is nothing but my directory name, dir name, that is the current directory, root directory of my project. Okay, so this is where the base directory is created, and base directory we are referring in our controller to define the absolute path of those files. Then I'm defining the prefix for my endpoints for my APIs, that is API slash v1. We will be using slash API slash v1 for all the endpoints and using the file routes. Then some error handling code is there for 404 error and then 500 error is fine. Then I'm defining the port on which particular port I want to run my API. I can say 8081 or I can also say 8080, whatever. But here I'm defining 8081. Let's see that. And at line number 32, I'm just starting the server and printing this message that file server is started. Now what we'll do is let me run this and show you the demo. Okay, friends, let us do that. Okay, friends, so I have opened a command prompt and this is the root directory of my project. If we see, all the files are available here and a file server is also available. That is our main JavaScript file. So I'll do node file server.js. Let me start this. So it will start my Nodejs application. Right, so it says the file server started and listening on port 8081. Now what I'll do is I'll open a Postman and we'll try to test those endpoints to upload the file and to download the file and so on. One thing I'll tell you that where I'm defining a storage that is in file upload. So you see in single method I'm giving a name file. So this name is very important. We have to use this name as an input parameter in our Postman. I'll show you where. Let me do that now. Okay, friends. So now I've started the Postman, and if you see, this is a collection what I have to upload file, to list all the files in the directory and download file. Okay, so let me show you the upload file endpoint. It is of type post and localhost 8081 because I'm running my application on 8081 slash API slash v1 as a prefix as we saw in the file server module, and slash upload is the endpoint. Okay, and if you see here we have to go in a body and form data. Okay, and then here I'm selecting what is the type, it is file. Okay, so let me select a file and you have to give the name file here. This is what is the name, the key or input parameter name, that what we are defining here in the single method of my Multer disk storage. If you give here some name ABCD, then you must use that name here in this key, otherwise it will not match. Okay, so I'm using the file here as a name, so we have to use the same name here. Okay, and then you select a file that you want to upload. Let me do that. I'll be uploading it from my saved 4 pictures, so let me upload this file. Okay, now I'll be sending this and let's see what happens. And before that, let me show you, I don't have anything in my upload folder. This is the folder where I'm supposed to receive those files after upload. This is my project, file upload, download, microservices in Node.js, uploads. Okay, so let me hit that and see what happens. Yeah, so it says 200 response and it says the file was uploaded successfully and the name of the file is pawan.jpg. Let us see the logs. So here it says uploading file, creating the disk storage, and the file name is pawan.jpg. Now let us go and see in the upload folder whether we have received the file or not. If you see yes, so we have received the file in the upload folder, right friends? Let us do one more time with some other file that we have. Let me delete this and I'll select another file. What I have here is that code one digest banner. Okay, let me open that. Yes, and upload this. Yes, so it says the file is uploaded. Again, if we go to upload folder, now you will see that another file has come here. Right, friends? That means our upload endpoint is working absolutely fine. Right? Now what I'll do is I'll show you the another endpoint to list all the files that we have in the upload directory. So for that, I have endpoint of type get method localhost 8081 slash API slash v1 files. So when I hit this will go to the upload directory and get me the list of files available in that directory. Let me do that. Yes, so see, we got a JSON response with two files. That is the name of the file is code1digest banner.png and this is absolute path of that file, and another file is pawan.jpg and this is absolute path of that file. Right friends, so it is saying me that we have two files in the directory, and let us see the logs. So so list all the files in directory these. Okay, so we are listing all the files inside this project and upload is the folder name. Total file available are code one digest banner png and pawan.jpg. Adding that to array one by one, right? That is how we got this response as a array. Okay friends, that means our get file list endpoint is also working fine. Now what I'll do is, now I'll try to download individual file by name. Let me do that. So we have another endpoint, that is third endpoint of type get, where I'm saying http localhost 8081 slash API slash v1 files and the name of the file. So I'll do that pawan.jpg. Okay, right? This is the name of the file we have here in this upload pawan.jpg, right? So what I'll do is now I'll hit and see if we are getting the file as a download through this API, right? See, so file is downloaded. We got a 200 response and the file is downloaded here, right? Okay, friends, if you want, you can save this file to your desired location. Let me try to get another file. What is the name of the file is code one digest banner. Let me copy the complete name of that file and put that into my endpoint URL. Okay. Now let me hit this and let's see if the banner is getting downloaded. Yes, the code one digest banner is downloaded here, right? We can see the code one digest banner is downloaded through the API. That means all our endpoints, upload endpoints, get the list of files endpoints, and the download endpoints, all three endpoints are working absolutely fine. Right, friends? With me? If you like this video, so give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to our channel if you're new to the channel.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Friends, so this whole project is available in my Git repository. You can download the code and play with it. So this is the repository I have, code one digest slash upload download file microservice node.js. So this is the project I have. You can just clone this repository into your local, import this project into your Visual Studio Code and start using it. Right friends, you can modify the code as per your requirement and play with it. Okay friends, so let me summarize what we learned in this tutorial today. I shown you what are we trying to achieve in this project. I shown you that we are going to write a microservices in Node.js to upload and download files. Then we understood what is Multer module in Node.js. Why do we need it? We need this module to achieve the file upload capabilities, right? Then we install all the required module like Express, Multer, and so on. And then I shown you file by file, line by line how to write all those modules to make it a complete application end to end, right friends? So that we saw into our code walkthrough, and then finally I run the application and shown you we have tested those endpoints where we uploaded the two files to the server. We listed those two files that what all files we have in that upload folder, and then we also downloaded those two files. Right, friends? So we have tested all three endpoints into our Node.js application. Right, friends? If you like this video, so give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, so do subscribe to our channel to grow Code1 family. Right?
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Good plan. Good talk, all right?
Friends, if you like this video, so give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for the more interesting videos. Click on the bell icon for the latest video notifications and do not forget to share this video with all your friends and colleagues. This is very useful information for students, beginners, and software engineers. I am putting a lot of efforts in creating these contents, so please help me growing the Code1 Digest family. Please subscribe to Code1 Digest channel for the latest programming and technology related videos. Thank you.